Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson. So today we're going to have a look at recognising and using language which is related to dates. Now in school we are used to writing the date like this here. So if I just draw a big circle around it, this is what we normally write the date as, and this is what we class and call the short date. So this means that it's the 23rd day of the 6th month and the year is 2020. So this is the day, this is the month, and this is the year of our short date. Now, as we move through school, we may be asked to write the long date, which looks like this. So today it's Tuesday, the 23rd of June 2020. Now, all of this information is actually shared in the short date apart from the word Tuesday. So it doesn't tell us here that it is Tuesday. It does tell us that it's the 23rd, which is the date. It does tell us it's the 6th month, because if we count through the months and you count on your fingers, we have got January, February, March, April, May, and June. June is the 6th month, which is why we write 6 in the middle. And then we know it's 2020, so that is why we've got this as the year. So having a look down here at all of the information, this here is the day. So today is Tuesday. The date is the 23rd. So it's the 23rd day of June. This word here, June, is the month, and this number here is the year. Okay, so we're just going to put some more information on the board and you're going to see if you can label it. So let me copy my date. I am going to put a date on the board of when we returned back to school. So Monday the 7th of January. And I'm going to put the year from 2 years ago. So I've just changed the year as well. So have a look at this date. It's set up very, very similar in that we've got a day, we've got a date, we've got a month, and we've got a year. But this date would look a little bit different than the previous date, because if we were writing this as the short date, it would be 7/01/18, because it is, if we look here, it is day number 7, it's month number 1, and the year was 2018, because this here shows me the day that it's taken place. This is the date that it has taken place, the 7th day in January. This is the month of January, and we know January is first in our calendar year, and then this is the year. So I'd like you to have a go at asking anybody at home that you have got, so mum, dad, or any other grown-ups that you might have in your house, or your brothers and sisters, for their dates of birth, and see if you can label them with the day, the date, the month, and the year. Everyone in your family may have a different year, a different month, a different date, and a different day that they were born. So have a see if you can work out what day your parents or your brothers and sisters were actually born on and their full date of birth. Okay, welcome back, Bumblebees. So we're going to have a look today at reading the clock, including to and past times. Now, if we cast our mind back to yesterday's lesson, we had a go at reading the clock, and we were using this picture of the clock to help us to tell the time. So we're just going to recap very, very quickly on telling the time, and then we're going to move on to looking at something just a little bit more tricky. So here, when we are using our minute hand, we place it pointing to the minutes. The minutes are on the outside of this clock to help us. So this is showing me straight away it's 5 minutes past, and then I haven't given you an hour. I am going to just try to change the pen colour if at all possible, because red is really hard to see on this board. So let me just make my pen purple. Okay, so it's 5 minutes past. Let's see if we can work out the hour. So I'm going to do my hour hand pointing at the bottom of the clock. Okay, so how many minutes past which hour is it? Now, I've done this one slightly tricky to see if I can trick you. Because remember, when we're using our plastic clocks in class, the hour hand moves automatically when we move the minute hand. So it automatically pushes it past the hour. So is this showing 5 minutes past 6 or 5 minutes past 7? If you have said it's 5 minutes past 6, you are absolutely right because that hand hasn't reached number 7 yet. So it's not 7 o'clock. So it can't be 5 minutes past 7. It's 5 minutes past 6. So well done if you've managed to get that right. Let's have a look at another one. So this time my hour hand is pointing at 20 past and my hour hand is pointing at 8. So it is 20 minutes past 8. Now, you will see my clock has been split in half. So I've halved my clock. Just going to delete the writing on it. I've halved my clock. So you can see the clock is in fact split in half. If I just use a black line, we can see here that the clock is split into half, and then it's also again been split into quarters because we've said our clock can be split into quarters. So when the minute hand is pointing to quarter past, we can, oh, I'm still online, Jill. We can say it's quarter past the hour. We don't need to say it's 15 minutes past. We can actually say it's quarter past. And the same here. Instead of saying it's 30 minutes past, we can say it's half past because that's halfway around my clock. Okay. And then once we get past half past, we can actually change the way that we say our time. Now you can see here, this time here and this time here reflects the time on the opposite side of the clock. And that's because this side of the clock is the to side. So we're actually getting closer to the next hour. So we can actually say it's to the hour. So I'll explain and show you what I mean by this. So I'm going to place my hands on the clock. So I'm going to place this time my minute hand on 22 and I'm going to place my hour hand just in the middle of 1 and 2. So you can see now that this is the to side of the clock. So instead of saying that it's 40 minutes past 1, we're going to say it's 20 minutes to 2 because we're trying to get it to the next hour along. Okay, so listen to that again. My minute hand is here. If I put a M there, we know that that is the minute hand and we know this is the hour hand. Okay, so my minute hand is pointing to 20 minutes to the next hour, which is 2, as my hand is nearly getting to number 2 there. So let's have a look at that again. I'm going to just rub off those bits and we'll do it again. So let me just rub off these parts of the clock. In fact, we will start again with all of our annotations so we can see it really, really carefully. So this time I'm going to place my minute hand up here. So it's going to the number 10. So 10 minutes to, remember this is to the next hour. And I'm going to place my hour hand between 4 and 5. So that means that the time it's showing on my clock here is 10 minutes to 5. So in 10 minutes time, it will be 5 o'clock. Okay, so reading the clock as 2 times is really quite tricky. So just keep having a practice of doing it just like that with a clock at home. If you've got an analog clock at home and your parents don't mind you having a go at moving the hands and setting the time, then have a go and see if you can practice your past and 2 times. On the website, there are some clocks for you to have a look at and see if you can read the clock and tell the time. Good luck, everyone.